one to help you embrace. No more relying on pills they don't know. She's got the strength to help you grow. Feel the power rising inside. Shayna's guidance right by your side. Life's getting brighter step by step. With Shayna's touch, you're gonna prep. Feel the power rising inside. Shayna's guidance right by your side. Life's getting brighter step by step. With Shayna's touch, you're gonna prep. Medicine shelves are emptying out. Finding real strength, that's what it's about. No more prescriptions tying you down. With Shayna's help, you'll wear the crown. Ladies, hear the call, it's time to rise. Shayna lifts the veil, opening eyes. No more shadows breaking your day. With her wisdom, fight pain away. Broken. Finding the strength deep inside. Shayna Melissa takes us on this ride, from suffering to a life so free. Her healing touch, she'll set you free with a heart.
Hey, guys. Would you like those little differences that really make a difference in your life? What about hacks for the summer that are quick, healthy to save you time, hassle, and headache? That's what we're going to talk about today. A lot of us are going on trips and they're like, oh, what if this? What if that? And I want to help save you headaches, time, and money. And I just literally flew back to New York a few hours ago. For those of you that don't know me, hey, Elizabeth, happy summer seasons. I am Shayna Melissa Stockman, the autoimmune expert who empowers mostly ladies to get and feel better even when their doctors and medicines didn't, wouldn't, or couldn't. And I offer in-person and online classes, courses, workshops, speaking engagements that are informational, inspirational, transformational, and book signings. Today, we're going to talk all about summer hacks that are going to save you time, money, and maybe even help you slim down for the summer. If you're watching right now, please drop down below where you're tuning in from so we can see you as well. And let's make this fun and interactive. Before we get started any further, if you haven't already marked your calendars and claimed your free or VIP seat to reclaim your one life, go to worldwellnessexpert.com/reclaim right now. The workshop will be live, fun, interactive on Zoom. Only those registered, not even the ones in the private group, unless they're registered, will have access to this event. Mark your calendars for Thursday, August 7th, 7 p.m. EST for 1 power hour to help you reclaim your one life. So again, Thursday, August 7th, 7 p.m. Ignore that promo code right there because right now it's absolutely free. You won't even need that promo code. But if you'd like to level up to VIP for an awesomer experience, you can do so on that same link, worldwellnessexpert.com/reclaim. All right, moving right along. I want to show you guys how new my news and current events are. Check out this photo. If we can maybe bring up that awesome sky from Fort Lauderdale yesterday. Possibly. All right. So that picture of me was just yesterday in Fort Lauderdale off the balcony overlooking the beach. I want to show you guys how new the slides are. And then that photo right there was the night before with the lightning strikes, looking that same exact view. So there I am on the balcony looking at that body of water. And then yesterday, and then the night before, that picture was taken off my balcony as well, looking at that same body of water. Shout out to Chris, my other half, that captured that photo. kudos to you. It's very important. I want to help you stay safe this summer and healthy. Now, when there's lightning in the area, get out of the water. Don't be in the ocean, the pool. Stay away from metals, right? Electricity, and avoid the trees. Some people thought you're supposed to go under the tree, but no, because the tallest areas are usually the ones that capture the lightning. And often it's the palm trees, and that lightning can transfer to you as well. So please, guys, stay safe. Get out when there's lightning like that in the area. Stay away from the water, the metals, the electric. Avoid the trees. And again, thank you, Chris, for that beautiful photo from the night before last. All right, moving. Oh, and also that photo right there, those lightning rods kind of look like an angiogram. If you guys ever get a cardiac catheterization with contrast, and the contrast illuminates the blood vessels around the heart, it kind of looks like those lightning rods right there. All right. Moving right along, we're going to help you guys save time and money. Shout out, another shout out. That shout out was to Chris for that photo, that beautiful photo. This shout out is to Debbie on the plane down in Lauderdale. A few days ago, she was holding our book, our number one international bestseller, Overcoming Life Obstacles. And then a couple days later, she sent me that picture of our book, my book, on the beach in Florida. I think that was maybe Fort Lauderdale, West Palm area, maybe Boca or Miami-ish. I don't know. So Olo reached number one international bestseller. If you don't have a copy, you can get it at worldwellnessexpert.com/OLO for the acronym of the book, Overcoming Life Obstacles. And Debbie's a realtor. Shout out to you. Thank you for loving our book, wanting to get more copies for your friends and families and your family, especially cancer warriors as well. There's a great story in there about that. And also, I show you that picture of the mystery people because some of the people I was meeting with this past week, I can't tell you about. Some people are very open about, how I've helped them with their health and wellness, and other people are more private, and I respect their privacy. So some of my clients, the people that I met up with down there, I can't talk about. And soon you might see our book on the stores in the shores by the shore, and more to come on that soon. But in the meantime, so my private clients will remain private. I did do some private consultations when I was down there. Amazing results they're getting, especially with my 6-week program on weight loss summer slim down. All right, there's how you can get the book, worldwellnessexpert.com/OLO. But if you want a personalized signed copy, just reach out or drop down below OLO. All right, moving right along. Okay, I flew from Fort Lauderdale to Islip, Long Island yesterday. I want to give another shout out to Denise. That picture on the left is me at the airport at the radio station where they had a stack of these beautiful printed magazines there. This is Denise's magazine that I'm holding up. It was cool to fly back to New York, see the magazine at the airport, at the radio station, open it up and see my picture inside and my articles. If you're on Long Island, you get a copy of this magazine a lot easier. If you'd like one, just drop down below MAG and I'll come back and the team will make sure that you get a copy of it. The picture in the middle was where we filmed the Shayna show from last Wednesday, the beautiful hotel. I don't know where I'll be next week. Find out, stay tuned. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/at Shayna Do so you can get alerts of when we go live. And the picture on the right was the Hard Rock Casino, where they had a beautiful light show outside the casino. So yeah, maybe we could show the YouTube again for a quick second there. And so wherever you're watching from, like, follow, drop hearts, click a comment so we know who's tuning in. Put your questions down below and definitely subscribe at Shayna Melissa. That's a little, I guess, cartoonish of myself. I don't know if the arms are quite the same. All right, moving right along. All right, so when I was at the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, a few days ago, a lady says to me, can you watch my drink a minute? So maybe we can pull up the next slide. So this lady, not her, but a lady said to me, "Excuse me, can you watch my drink a minute?" Ladies out there, never leave your drink. And please do not ask a stranger to watch your drink. That's like asking a stranger to watch your child for a minute. Please, ladies, don't ever leave your drinks. Either finish it first or just leave it there, come back and grab a fresh one. Even if it's covered, somebody can easily uncover it, dump something in it, and it's not fun. I had something snuck to me once. So never ever leave your drink unattended, even covered, nor with a stranger at all. Um, hmm. All right, give me 1 second here. And also, if we can go back to that photo for another quick second, this it's very important not to leave your drink even with a friend, because it's often who you think is a friend that's going to slip you a date rape type of drug. But this photo on the right, I saw at in one of the restaurants on Las Olas Boulevard, where it was a sign in the ladies' room that said, "Hey, ladies, if your date is gone wrong, go over to the bar or the waitress and ask them for an angel shot." Now, not every restaurant bartender and waitress might know about this code, but it's important if you're on a date and you're not feeling comfortable, you're not feeling safe, try to go over to the waitress or the bartender and order an angel shot. That will be a code for them to understand that, whoa, this guy is bad, and they're going to do something and help you get out of there safe. But keep in mind, like I said, not every restaurant and bartender might know of this code, at least the ones on Las Olas Boulevard. Especially these restaurants right here are hopefully aware of this. All right, let's bring up the next slide. What do we have going on after that? Oh, ginger ale. Okay, so there I am in the airport on the plane, JetBlue, and they had these drinks you can get right here. See, this is how fresh my slides are. These are the actual bottles. I was like, let me get that blackberry sparkling water and see what's in there. Oh my God, natural flavorings. Ugh. Contains 0% juice. Okay, this is 0% juice by Pepsi, and then Seagram's ginger ale. When I was little, it used to have ginger in it, and that used to calm your tummy down. So I said, let me see what it's like now. And it doesn't taste like ginger at all. It tastes like lemon lime, and it has all of these chemicals in it: high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, potassium sorbate, caramel coloring, those especially no good for your kidneys, sodium benzoate, and this is by Coca Cola. And in case you guys didn't know, our wonderful, not so wonderful Bill Gates, that is not out for your health, has huge stock in Coca Cola. And there's something called nanoparticles in there that are not good for us. God knows the long term effects of them. Bill Gates also had a lot of stock in Pepsi, and this one was made by Pepsi, even though they don't say Pepsi or Coca Cola. In the little print on the back, you can find that. So these are no good. We have healthier options instead. Let's see what those healthier options are. So that's some problems you're going to get to at the airport. And they don't want you bringing in you can't get your water bottle through the airport, right? Because it's a liquid. But did you know? Let's go back to that. If you freeze your drink, it's not considered liquid, and you can probably get it on the plane. So here's some plastics you want to stay away from: plastics in the water bottles, plastics in your polyester clothes, your spandex pants, the Ziploc bags you put things on, some of the water bottles that you're drinking from. Those plastics are linked to so many disorders, neurological disorders, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, hormone disruptors. And they found that people that died of Alzheimer's complications had about 1 plastic teaspoon worth of plastic in their brain. So if you took that plastic spoon, that's the amount of plastic they found in the brains of people that died from Alzheimer's. That is no, no, no good. But instead of these drinks, you can freeze your water or healthy drink and still get it through the security. Now let's move right along. I'm going to show you how. All right, so you want to freeze your healthy energy drinks. Next slide. And some of the things I use are these healthy energizing packets because they're powder. I can easily get them on the plane, take them anywhere. I simply open one up, dump the powder in my water, and have a healthy energizing drink that's delicious, nutritious, has great source of energy for me, methylated B vitamins, especially for people that can't absorb or metabolize the synthetic, people with MTHFR problems, and it has adaptogens, natural plant-based ingredients to help me focus and concentrate all day long. So I can dump this in a water bottle, filtered water bottle, without plastic, one of the metal ones, freeze it and still get it through the airport. Let's keep moving right along. Let's show that slide again for a sec if we can. Okay, here's other drinks that are like 0 points if you're doing the Weight Watchers thing. You could just take a tea bag with a mint leaf. Some lemon is great anti-inflammatory. You could do cucumbers and lemon in water, infuse it that way. A little bit of orange juice, fresh squeezed orange juice mixed with water. You could take frozen watermelon without that green rind on it and freeze it and then blend it down, make it like a frozen virgin margarita. You could do the same with lime. You could do lemon water with a mint leaf. Any of these you can put in a plastic-free container, freeze it, don't fill it to the top, get it through to the airport. Always at your own risk, but definitely if you want these healthy energy drinks, drop down below energy drink, and I'll be sure to get you the link that goes right to the manufacturer for the real deal. All right, moving right along. What else we got here? Oh, okay. This is another good story. So that lady at the Hard Rock was like, "Can you watch my drink? Don't offer a stranger to watch your drink." Now, here I am on the beach in Florida, and this lady's spraying for a good couple of minutes. Now, these sunblock sprays are no good for several reasons. One, the aerosol, you're inhaling these chemicals, fragrances, carcinogens. Other people around you, the wind is blowing, are inhaling it. You're putting it on you. You're going in the pool. It's going on all the other people. It doesn't allow you to absorb the vitamin D. So that can add to depression, sadness, osteoporosis, osteopenia, bone thinning, low energy, and all those other things. Plus, so this lady at the beach was spraying like 2 minutes straight on her. It's blowing right next to me. I tried to be nice. "Excuse me, I'm allergic." You know what she says to me? And I said, it can get on my skin too. It's blowing. So please be more conscious of people around you when you spray. This new generation, they have no class. She told me to hold my breath. What? So please, guys, if you're using those aerosols, do not, or be conscious of who you're spraying near. Instead, this is what I use, right? This roll-on, let's go back to that slide for a minute. This does not have the aerosols, does not have the chemicals, the fragrances, the carcinogens, the parabens. It's mineralized. It has broad spectrum. It's water resistant. It's safe for the reef that if you put it on, you go near the coral reefs. It doesn't have paraben. It doesn't even have gluten if you have celiac or gluten intolerance or wheat intolerance. Now, this you can get on the plane with you, right? Those aerosols and the liquids, you really can't. This is safe to take on the plane. So I brought a few of these down with me. I didn't get burnt at all. And I had none of those harsh chemicals, fragrances. I'm not inhaling anything. If you want this, just drop down below Sunblock and I'll get you the direct link to this as well. All right, moving right along. It just rolls on. Just boop, 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 right? No inhalation of chemicals. Reclaim Your Life. Again, if you haven't registered, mark your calendars. Our next live Reclaim Your Life Power Hour, 1 hour out of hundreds every month. You are worthy and deserving of at least this one for yourself. Mark your calendars for Thursday, August 7th, 7 p.m. EST live. Only those registered will have access, not even people in the group unless they are registered. You can sign up for absolutely free or level up to VIP at worldwellnessexpert.com/reclaim. The VIP is going to be extra cool. You're going to get a 20-page digital and printable workbook, blueprint of a Reclaim Your Life blueprint with all the entire blueprint. You're going to get an extra 60-minute power hour live Q&A to get answers to a lot of your questions in real time in a smaller intimate group, and a mini consultation with myself that's private, confidential. So just you can either scan that QR code with your phone or go to worldwellnessexpert.com/reclaim. Claim your no cost or VIP seat. And I hope to see you there. All right, moving right along. What do we have up next? So, all right. So, other things on the plane. Now, JetBlue says to me, hey, listen, here's the snacks we have. You can get those plantain chips, the granola bar, the cookies, or those cheese, I don't know, fishes. Now, God knows what's in those little fish things. The cookies ain't so good for you either. Granola's a little bit better, but I'm sure it's got some sugar and probably too much carbs in it. So I went with the plantain chips. The plantain chips, there's only 11 carbs. There was only three ingredients: sea salt, non-seed oil, and uh, the plantains. So I went with the plantain chips. But if they didn't have that, my second choice probably would have been the granola bar. My last choice would have been those fish because there's just too much processed chemical stuff in there. Moving right along. Now, what I should have done, I used to bring my power bars on the plane with me, but I didn't this time. Next time, I'm going to make 3-ingredient nut mix and bring it with me for a healthier snack. It's going to have in it Brazilian nuts are great for your thyroid, your hair. Brazilian nuts are so healthy. You should eat a few every single day. I'm also going to throw in there walnuts. Walnuts are great sources of omegas for you and fiber and protein as well. And for the carbs, some cranberries that are not sweetened with sugar, unsweetened dried cranberries. 3 ingredients, put it in a, I guess, not a plastic Ziploc bag, and maybe a cloth bag. I don't know. And so that's what I'm going to do next time. So it's even healthier for me. What else we got? What do we got next? Oh, shout out to Liz for your beautiful Kudos magazine. It is the extremely beautiful, healthy, happy magazine. It's all about healthy, happy living. I've been collaborating with Kudos for well over a year now. Everything in there is accurate, fact checked, healthy, quick, easy recipes with like 3, 4 ingredients, few simple steps. This magazine just published a couple of days ago. If you don't have a copy, just drop down below Kudos and we'll get you a complimentary copy. Or you can go to worldwellnessexpert.com/kudos, Kudos. This is one of the pages in there. They are beautiful images, quick, easy, healthy hacks for you. And you see how that has the watch now buttons? It's a digital magazine, so you can actually click and watch the recipe and how it's made. How cool is that? Look at that. How many magazines that you know where you can click and go to the videos, right? Because some of us aren't just learn best not just from reading. Here's another example. Some of the images that were in the Kudos magazine. This wasn't one specific page. I took some of the images from different pages to show you along. Here's another quick, healthy summer recipe, a few simple steps, a few simple ingredients with a video. And you click that video in there and it has me explaining to you how to make that recipe. So it's a good merge of reading and audio and visual all in one healthy, happy magazine. So the Kudos magazine, again, drop down below Kudos if you want a complimentary copy, or just go to worldwellnessexpert.com/kudos. Okay, autoimmune warriors. Now, 99% of these pictures I'm showing you were pictures I took of this past week, okay? My real pictures. This is my salad that I got at the pool, the pool rooftop, and I asked for some grilled chicken on top. And yes, that's what they had was plastic drinking cups, but that was my energy pack in filtered water. I did not have my shaker bottle up there at that time. And I show you this for a few reasons. You can order healthy when you're out. That was the pool rooftop. It was a healthy salad, dressing on the side, grilled chicken. And for the autoimmune worries, it's important not only to eat healthier, but you want to watch what fruits and vegetables you eat because certain ones can exacerbate or cause a flare up of your symptoms. And tomatoes might be one of them. So if you have that salad, you might want to skip the tomatoes. All right, let's. Okay, next picture. All right, so here's some other foods that I had while out. The upper left, I had a surf and turf at the hotel. It was beautiful. The rice was the cilantro, which is great anti-inflammatory. I skipped some of the rice. I had the filet mignon and the grilled shrimp. Now, here's a mistake I made. I that bottom right picture was the bestest Italian food I've ever had at Louis on Las Olas Boulevard. It was phenomenal. Oh my God. It had the meatballs with the three meats, the veal, the lamb, the I don't know, the beef. It had all different pastas from rigatoni to, I don't know, radiatori. It was so good. And a bolognese sauce. But the mistake I made is I went there after not eating all day. So when they brought the bread over, I'm like, oh, this nice hot steaming bread. I have to have some. So I usually try to have small, frequent meals. That day I didn't. So I had my shares of bread. The upper right was mahi mahi tacos, right? Sometimes I'll just eat the inside and leave the shells. That day I probably had equivalent of the two of the shells. The upper middle was these little claws. They were so tiny. They definitely didn't fill me up. So, and the bottom right with that Italian dinner, again, I brought one of my energy drinks and I dumped it in the water and I mixed it up and a nice, healthy, energizing drink. And, if I like to have my, say a drink of vodka, say, when you go to the bars and you order the restaurants, vodka and cranberry, and you look at that bottle of cranberry, it's not just cranberry. There's all these other juices in there, high fructose corn syrups, chemicals, dyes. So instead, I'll dump one of these in a little bit of water, mix it, and then I'll add some of it to my vodka. Oh. Ding! Oh, it's my time. I actually got this shirt. It says New York. I bought it at the airport because I like the color, even though I was going to Florida. um, all right. What do we have up? Right, right. It says New York. It should have said Florida. Even whatever. It is what it is. Um, what do we have next? Uh, oh yeah, that's a good one. Florida just banned fluoride in the public drinking waters. And I noticed the water in Florida was different. It was easier on my hair. It looked a little different color, like not clear. And Florida just banned fluoride in the public drinking water. Woohoo! A high five, Florida. They are the second, only the second state to do this. Utah was the first. We do not need the fluoride in our drinking water. We are adults. They put it in the toothpaste. They put it in the kids' vitamins. Us adults do not need this fluoride. Fluoride used to be considered a heavy metal and a toxic waste where companies used to have to pay great amounts of money to dispose of it as a toxic waste. And you know how they cured that problem? They decided it's no longer toxic and let's just add it to the drinking water, the vitamins, and the toothpaste. Why? Because fluoride ties to heavy metals. Heavy metals is linked to cancers and all these other malignancies. And then these same companies can sell us the chemotherapy. MD, thank you for discussing this topic. Very important. Yes. So fluoride, woohoo, high five, kudos to you. It's important to use filtered water to filter out the fluoride with all the heavy metals, all the minerals. Because remind you, so many Americans are on medications right now and we urinate them out. That goes back into the drinking water that is then semi-treated. So you want to use a good filter. You can use a water distiller, but then it also pulls out the minerals as well. All right, moving right along. Oh, this next slide. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show this next slide right here. Um, Now, I usually don't get political at all. I steer clear of politics, religion, anything controversial. But I have to explain this to you because I am a nurse in New York and I've been part of the nursing associations, the Long Island, the state, and the national for decades now. And unfortunately, one of them thought that one of the upcoming politicians was for the nurses. But let's show this next slide, please. Okay. So this guy on the right, absolutely love him. That is Curtis Silwa. Curtis Silwa, absolutely love, love, love that guy. High five to you. He is running for mayor. But let me explain this photo more. So there was someone running for mayor in New York City that says we're going to shift the tax burden to the rich white communities, the rich white neighborhoods and tax the rich white neighborhoods more than the others. Does that not sound racist to you? Right? What happens if we replace that white word with a different color? Right? Would that be racist? So this, I believe that remark is racist. Now, just to be clear, Curtis Sliwa did not say that. He's the mayoral candidate that I would not mind was elected. I would be ecstatic. But this other candidate, Zoharan, he only came to this country a few years ago. He's only been in the workforce, considered in the workforce for about 3 years. Okay. He he says he wants to tax the rich white neighborhoods a lot more and put the shift of the tax burden on them. That sounds racist. He's against ICE to deporting criminal immigrants in New York City. And he said he will do everything in his power to defund the police and stop ICE from deporting criminal immigrants. We're not just talking immigrants, but the so I would not vote for Zoran, and I will not tell you what to do, but please do your own research. You know, a lot of politicians will tell us what we want to hear, but look at his background, what he says, his actions. And now I would vote for Curtis Silva. Let's pull that up again. I want to plug him. Curtis Silva was is up for mayor in New York City. He was born and raised in New York City. He's been there for decades, his whole life. He didn't just come to this country a few years ago. He founded the Guardian Angels. The Guardian Angels is like an auxiliary police. Those guys in New York City that wear the red berets, they are volunteers that help get rid of crime. They help keep the neighborhood safe. They're like a neighborhood watch. He founded that Guardian Angels in New York City that are volunteer policemen that make no money to keep the citizens of the country safe. So that's why Curtis, sorry, I'm botching your name here. Curtis, okay, you got my vote, man. All right, he is for supporting the welfare of animals, pro public safety. He's for saving spending on unnecessary things, you know, that in the government, like maybe unnecessary expenses for the police department. But he's for also auditing the spending as well. So for this reason, Curtis Sliwa, you would have my vote and not Zoran. So do your own research. I want to tell you who to vote for, but look at the candidates. He was bred and born in New York City his whole life. He's been defending the city his whole life. He volunteered for decades, risking his life to reduce crime in the city in which he lives. Who wouldn't vote for the man that's been in that city his entire life, volunteering his entire life and risking his life? All right, moving right along here. Let's keep on going. Okay, so here, don't be fooled by the names. This was in our very prestigious hotel. There was a soap called Crabtree. And I said, oh, let me look at the ingredients. Tree sounds natural. Maybe it has cranberries in it. I don't know. And it had titanium dioxide and these other things. So I said, let me look at this other soap. Now, just so you guys know, I bring my own, right? Because I know some of these hotels are like this. I looked at that soap called Pure, right? You would think it was organic, natural ingredients. No, it also had titanium dioxide. Now, titanium dioxide is not good. Heavy metals are no good. Anything that says titanium in it is probably not good for you. So titanium dioxide, please ignore when you see the names Pure Soap. Ignore that it might be good for you. Always look at the ingredients. Titanium dioxide is in a lot of our makeups. It's in a lot of the powders you use for the shine on your face. So you know what I did? I started using a little bit of baking soda powder for my shine. And what I'm going to do next, instead of blush with titanium dioxide, I'm going to try some beet powder. See how that works, okay? So I want to show you guys, please just don't think the name says what it is. Also, I was at a store not that long ago. My shopper brought me Atlantic salmon, right, or lox. It was just the name Atlantic, but it was farm raised, okay? So Atlantic fish does not mean it is from the Atlantic. All right, moving right along. We're almost done here. What else we got? Da, 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 da. Oh, all right. July 4th's coming up for your pets. They might be scared of the fireworks. I just learned about this hack myself. You know, how you have that bubble wrap. You can actually practice with your dog to desensitize them to the pops, especially if they're a puppy and not yet, maybe it's their first year of July 4th. You can desensitize them with the little bubble wrap. So, how cool is that? My friend has a dog that looks exactly like that. She adopted it from Greece, so it actually understands Greek. And that little dog loves the gene activators that I take as a human. We give them to the dogs as well, and they absolutely love the scent, the smell, and they're like their happy, younger, energetic selves again. So you can use that little bubble wrap to desensitize your pooches from the fireworks coming up. And I think we're just about wrapping it up here. Um, so again, where this is our very last slide to show you, mark your calendars. Thursday, August 7th, 7 p.m. There are hundreds of hours in August. You are worthy. You deserve at least one to treat yourself as good as your bestie. So mark the calendar, Thursday, August 7th, 7 p.m. EST until 8. You can claim on that website your free or VIP experience. You can either scan that QR code or go to worldwellnessexpert.com/reclaim to claim your no cost or VIP seat. The VIP experience will get a 20-page digital and printable Reclaim Your Life blueprint and an extra 60-minute live Q&A to get answers to a lot of your questions in real time. So the freebie will be 7 to 8 Eastern. The VIPs will stay on for a different Zoom link, 8 to 9 p.m. EST. And the VIPs will also get a mini confidential private consultation with me at another time. Um, you know, it is time for you to reclaim your life. So many of us are just working, 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 working. We're putting our business first. When I was running the ER during the pandemic, I was in heart failure and I'm running an ER, taking care of the world and not taking care of myself. And that was one of my biggest aha moments. I want you guys to realize that sometimes there's not going to be a tomorrow. You might be putting yourself off till later tonight, till tomorrow. Eventually, there's going to be one day there's not a tomorrow. There is no better time than the present. So please treat yourself as good as your bestie. Would you not spend 1 hour on your bestie in a year to take her to lunch, dinner, or the holidays? There is no better time than now. It's no cost. What do you have to lose? There's going to come a time where you put your health to last for too long and you're going to have irreversible damage that can't just easily be reversed. We can't get replacement parts for our body as quick as we can our car. So if you're going to maintain your car and take your car in for a quarterly oil change, why wouldn't you do the same for your body? Your body is your temple and you can't get replacement parts so easy. So I double dog dare you to treat yourself as good as you treat your bestie. It helps revitalize you. I came back from this vacay and now I'm like energetic again. So sometimes we need to step back, reflect on things, spend time on ourselves. There's thousands of hours in the month, hundreds, thousands of minutes, hundreds of hours. You are worthy. You are deserving to treat yourself as good as your bestie, and to do so for free because soon the no cost seats are going to be gone. So claim yours while you can now, and I just want to say I hope to see you there August 7th, 7 p.m. to reclaim your one life while you still can, because you can't get replacement parts that easy. And learn from my mistakes, because me putting my JOB in my business first almost killed me. And most people will not come out of organ failure. I was fortunate enough with my experience to catch it early and realize, wait a second, I'm taking care of the world, but not myself. Like, what am I doing? Please learn from others' mistakes because that can save you a lot of time and energy. So I hope to see you on Reclaim Your Life at worldwellnessexpert.com/reclaim. Claim your no cost or VIP seat now. I hope to see you there. Thanks for tuning in and click that subscribe button. Be well, biohack, Olo, and I'll see you on the workshop.
Finding the strength deep inside. Shayna Melissa takes us on this ride from suffering to a life so free.